Selling final expense over the phone or in person, and you want high intent, low cost leads without managing your own Facebook marketing strategy, then you're going to want to pay very special attention to this video, because what we're going to describe today in this tutorial is how we have come up with what we have called our Alpha Lead program, designed specifically to help final expense agents generate very high quality leads at very low cost without the frustrating experience of having to manage and manipulate and get frustrated over managing a Facebook marketing campaign. We're going to talk about exactly what it is, how it works, who's it for, who isn't it for, and then give you details to how much it costs and what is required to participate. So let's jump right into this. So what is the Alpha Lead program? Very simple. It is a Facebook lead management program. So here's how I describe what this is and how it compares to the other options out there. You really have three different ways that you can buy your final expense leads or create them. The first way is the old-fashioned way, which works fine, just buying a Facebook lead from a vendor of some sort. So you go to a vendor, you buy a lead, they get them back to you, and that's that. The second way, which has been very popular, I've definitely promoted this over the years, is the self-generation concept. So maybe you buy a course from an expert and you learn how to manage Facebook marketing. And then from there, you generate the leads at cost. Well, the problem with both of these is there's always good and bad with anything in life, right? The first method, but buying leads, you got to hand your money over to a vendor, which may or may not be of the best quality. In fact, you really don't even ever see the Facebook marketing piece. You don't know what it says. Is it legit copy? Is it not legit copy? What is the intent behind the lead? Are they really interested in life insurance? Are they looking for their free iPhone they're trying to win, right? There's a lot of variability in the intent, which leads to a lot of the frustration people have with buying from a vendor. Now, the second option can greatly eliminate that, which is self-generating leads. But the problem with that, if you've ever experienced that, it's very frustrating. I believe about 90% of the people that buy a Facebook marketing course or final expense never really even get through the actual course because there's just so much information to know. They don't realize that by doing your own self-generation, you now have another skill set that you have to develop along with selling. And most of us just want to sell insurance, right? So for many people, it's a frustrating experience that never is really fully realized to the highest extent possible. And many people just don't get the results they want. And this is where the third option comes in. This is called the Facebook marketing or management system. Here's how it works. It's very simple. First of all, you get at cost leads. So just like self-generating your own leads, you're going to get leads that come in and you get the full origination cost for them, unlike buying from a vendor, which they have their cost and their markup, right? So they got to make profit for the time and investment and creativity they put into the lead piece. So with this, you're not paying a markup. You're getting the actual at cost lead. Now, of course, there's some issues with that. What if it's $10 a lead, $12 a lead, more than what the vendor costs? Well, what we've seen with our program is we generally average closer to 8, although we've definitely seen a lowering trend going on as time progresses, as we manage these campaigns, closer to $4 a lead. We have some agents who are actually at $4 a lead. It's very nice. And on top of that, generating these leads, the leads call in and set appointments too. So we have some processes in place to where you can get live dials of people calling in. Those are very good leads. They're ready to buy in many cases. And then also some that will set appointments. Now, to be totally honest, preset appointments aren't the cat's meow when it comes, especially telesales and to an extent face-to-face. A lot of them cancel, no show. Probably 30% of them actually show up. But hey, you're going to have some that are expecting your call, and you can always call those people who didn't show up. Many of those are really good leads. And I like to say we do no BS lead generation tactics. So, of course, people know me as being the person who is no BS, tells it like it is, honest, transparent. That's a very important reputation that I intend to manage the remainder of my life to the best that I can. And part of that will hopefully go all the way into how we generate our leads. And here's what I mean. We are very straightforward with what the lead copy says. When somebody watches one of these ads, and usually it's a video, they know it's about life insurance, about affordable state regulated life insurance or affordable state regulated final expense. They know it's about insurance. There's no confusion there. One of the many things that we hear from our agents, and we're going to have you some case studies and some examples of what we're able to do on a cost basis and what agents are closing in a minute. We'll show you that in a second. What they're seeing is that when the people pick up the phone, they are aware what it is that they did. They understood that they were looking at life insurance. That's no guarantee they're going to buy, but there's this feel like, hey, I'm finally dealing with a lead that gets what I'm here to do in the first place. And that's a huge relief, especially when you compare to a lot of leads out there where the intent is not matched up with what your intent is, which is to sell them insurance. They're thinking like, why are you calling me? I don't remember doing this, because they fill out some ridiculous form that really wasn't what you thought it was going to be. No learning Facebook marketing. And this is the big one here, guys. This is the biggest benefit that we're providing for you, is that you don't have to know anything about Facebook. You don't have to be on Facebook. You don't have to manage a Facebook marketing campaign. You don't have to do nothing. We take care of it all for you. So all you do is get the leads, make the sales, and make money. So this eliminates the problem with the second option of generating leads, which is strictly self-generational. You don't have to worry about the frustrating experience that so many agents, I would say probably 90% of agents, experience. We do it all for you. We have a professional, probably, I think our marketer that's in charge of this has close to a decade of Facebook, other platform marketing experience. We're dealing with an absolute pro who is also in the insurance business as well. So it's not just somebody who's a marketer, but who is actually selling. So you get this infusion of both street experience selling plus street experience marketing, and you get really good quality results out of it. And I'll show you kind of what we're talking about here as we kind of go into this. So this is an example of the price points that we're on right now. This is a new campaign that we're running. And you can see here, we have leads down to $4.37 all the way up to $7.68. This is a new campaign too, so it's likely to go down as Facebook gets to know the ad and starts to know where to expose it to and which people to show it to. So this is going to get better. There is an ad. We didn't have it on the screen here for full disclosure. It's around $9 a lead, but that we're confident is going to go down over time. So continuing on here, some case studies. Let's talk about some case studies. Now this is a little bit incomplete. As I was writing this, I went and drew up an email that our telesales trainer, Tim Hildebrand, put together, and I want to show you some actual results here on the screen. So I'm going to try to zoom in here a little bit if I can. There we go. Perfect. So check this out. So this is a small selection of agents that are with us, but we want to demonstrate what the close rate is looking like. And most importantly, you have to have a baseline to compare it to. And in the telesales world, where you're doing some kind of outbound calling, you're a great agent if you're closing 5%. So keep that in mind. If you're buying 100 Facebook leads a week, you can see videos where I've talked about this time and again. 5% of those is really good for telesales. A lot of people have a hard time picking up. There's issues with the intent, like we talked about. But check out how our Alpha Lead program is comparing. Right now, Jerry at the top there has a 16% close rate, and before it was about 10%. And one of the downsides of this program, it takes time to get leads. It doesn't happen overnight. We'll talk about that more in a minute. So that's what we're referencing below. Wendy was at 5% last week. She's at 8 sales out of 70-ish leads total. So she's closed about 10% of her leads, even a little bit more of total. So that's fantastic. Asif, another agent of ours, is at between 12 and 14% close rate. Lisa's at 5%. So again, these are the examples of what we're getting. And below that, you can see it paying about $8 an average. Jerry is about 12. That was before the new ads we showed you, but the ROI is high. And we always like to be honest here. You know, there are some agents that have been on this program but didn't work out, and they didn't go with the training. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. Leads are an important thing, of course, but it's not everything. It's not just about the leads, guys. It's about the training that you get, and we'll talk about more of that in a minute. So continuing on. So who is Alpha Leads for? So now that you've seen case studies, you've seen agents, you can go watch many of these people who've done interviews, and we'll continue to do interviews on YouTube if you'd like some kind of like proof to the pudding. Now that you see what kind of results we're getting, who is this for? So let's talk about this. So agents who want high intent at cost leads. Obviously, if you don't want that, you're crazy. Who doesn't want leads that are high quality and not very expensive? If that's what you want, Alpha Leads is for you. Also, agents who want to sell while avoiding the frustration of managing marketing. Again, if you have bought a Facebook course before and you're frustrated because you really didn't get the results out of it, but you know that there's opportunity in this, and you like the idea of paying less per lead and having the ability to get at cost leads that are high intent, the Alpha Leads program is for you. Agents who want to scale to 100, 150 plus leads a week. Again, one of the biggest problems with scaling with a third-party vendor is that because of their markups, and if you look around at the options out there, you're going to pay a lot of money. Whereas if you do a program like what we're doing here with the Alpha Leads program, you may pay half the cost when you factor everything in for the same quantity of leads that you can get elsewhere, and have control over the intent of the lead and get it at a higher intent level. Also, agents who want to work their arse off to make more money. Again, this is for people who are wanting to do this and like put all of their effort into it. This is not something that we want you to do if you're lazy, and that kind of gets to the next point. If you are a lazy agent who won't make the dials, people who work like 2 hours a day on the phone and then they're like, man, I put in a full-time day. Don't do the Alpha Leads program, not for you. Agents who cannot wait 30 days to get lead flow. So we mentioned this earlier. This is the downside of this program. It is not turn the spigot on and you're getting hundreds of leads a week. This is a customized, custom tailored campaign to you getting the leads, and it takes time to dial up the lead flow so that you have the commensurate level of leads, this scaled up approach, to where you're closing at a high percentage, but also closing a high volume too. So this is something like, for example, what we recommend for agents doing this is to slowly work this in with your other lead program, and then as the scale starts coming here, then switch over entirely. But this is not a like buy for 2 weeks, turn it off because you're frustrated not getting results. It doesn't work like that. It takes about a month before you start seeing significant volume at a low price too. Agents without lead budgets, if you can't afford to invest money into leads, this isn't for you. And lastly, agents who can't sell. Like, this is references what we talked about earlier. I mean, if you guys aren't going to be the kind that takes coaching and mentorship seriously, this isn't for you. If you're not willing to adhere to a process and actually learn how to close, learn how to rehearse and perform your script and practice, 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 this isn't for you. Again, get this idea out of your head. If I could give you advice, that the leads are the answer to everything as to why you're failing. It is one part of many. It is an important part which many agents get wrong, which is why this program is great. But it's not the end all be all. It's a combination of factors: your mindset, your skill set in selling, your work ethic, your discipline. And what this program does is it answers that problem of where can I get high quality leads at a low cost without the frustrating experience of trying to manage the whole thing. As we wrap this up, let's talk about some last points here. Number one, how much does it cost? It's $500 a month. Again, subject to change. You may be watching this in the future, but it's $500 a month to manage it. Okay, that is a deal. That is so affordable. $500 a month in management. Now, you do have to put money into leads, and it's 500 to 1,000 weekly in ad spend. If you can't do that for a month, don't do this program. That's not what it's for. And we can do more than 1,000, but most agents at 1,000, if you're at $5, $6 a lead plus the 500, you're probably getting over 100 leads a week and quite happy. Now, you do have to work exclusively with the Dig agency. You have to work with us to get this. This is not something we're doing out to anybody who wants it. Why? Because this program is so powerful, it's so effective, that we're keeping it internal. So you have to work with us exclusively on the final expense side. You've got to completely be with us. Again, if you're interested in that, davidduford.com/FAQ for details. You can set up a call with us or come to a group Q&A call to ask questions at davidduford.com/intro-call. We do not accept everybody. We have an application interview process. The only company that I know in this business that actually has something that is even like that, because we're serious about who we take on, because we not only give you great leads like with this, but we are absolutely all in on training you so that you can take these leads and know what to do with them, which is really the biggest problem in this business, is most people don't know what they're doing, much less know what leads to work too, of course. Other benefits of working with the Dig agency, of course, is high starting comp. If you're out there brand new, most carriers start at 100% with us, go all the way up to 130% as you produce with the Ford Insurance Group. If you're an experienced agent and you like the idea of this program and you're willing to consider moving contracts, we will be aggressive in being able to look at your commission levels and possibly being able to get the best deal for you. It's going to depend on what you're actually doing as far as your sales results, your experience level, coaching need, all of these things we'll talk to you about, and we'll give you our honest assessment of what we think we can do for you, if anything, and if it's a good match. We've got the industry's best training program, of course. It is bar none what we do. There's no comparison. We have the most intensive, detailed-oriented sales training program for telesales and face-to-face in the industry. Nobody comes close to what we do, and the results that we've seen, if you've seen, is evidence that we know what we're doing and we can help you if you are coachable and you can put the work in. So next steps, what do you do to get started? So if you're a current big agent, just reach out to your trainer, say, hey, I want to get this started, and then we'll give you the next steps of getting going. If you're interested in joining us or potentially joining us and you want more information on how it works, go to daviddeford.com/FAQ, then join a Q&A call, schedule a one-on-one call or apply. You'll see what steps are there once you get to the FAQ page about how to proceed. And thank you so much for watching this, and we'll see you next time.